Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am onto the sleeves on the red cardigan. I'll just finish this row off that I'm doing. I haven't done an awful lot of knitting the last couple of days. I'm nearly at the end of this row. And so that's just doing the rib on that one. I've done the back. And two fronts. This is reversible, doesn't matter what way you put it up, it's the same. But you still have to have the right size when you put it together. You can tell by the cast on edge which is the right side and which is the wrong side. Don't know whether you can tell on there, but that's, if you look at the stitches along the bottom there, that's the right side. You look at the stitches are slightly different on the other side, that's the wrong side. That's how I tell with these patterns like these, which are reversible, which is the right side and which is the wrong side. So put those pieces down there and put my knitting down there, and I have getting up as far on the little matinee coat, getting the back. That's one sleeve, that's the second sleeve, and that's the first front. I think that's the left front. This is in my pattern there. Yes, that's the left front. So I have to do the right front to add on to this side, and then pick the stitches up to do the yoke. I think that's all there is to do after the yoke, and then just sew it up after that. But I'm going to do a whole set with this. I'm going to do the little hat, little mittens and little booties, because I have the mittens and the booties on my old pattern, but this pattern I'm using only has the cardigan and the hat. My own pattern has the cardigan, the hat, a little hooded top, a little angel top where it's buttoned down the back instead of the front. It has the mittens and the booties, so I'll do the mittens and the booties off my pattern, but I'm just using this one for now for this one. Everything's the same, it's all the same pattern, the same cardigan and everything in the all the patterns. So I'll be doing a whole set for that one. This is the first size on that pattern. According to that pattern, it says it's 18 inch. Don't know whether that's the finished measurement, or actually I've never, just says to fit 18 inch. Well, I do a 16 inch, but I do it to measure at least 17 or 18 inches afterwards, so it's probably just the first size. It's, the pattern says 3 to 6 months first size anyway, so. And I'll be putting that up, probably putting it up on AB when I've finished it. And if it goes, and if I like what it comes out like, I might do some other ones. I'm looking through all my patterns for the some of the nicest matinee coats. I like the ones that have the yokes all the way around. I'm not too happy about the matinee coats that go like raglan. They go like this, you know, so far, and then just ordinary raglan up the top. I like the ones that have the round yokes where you pick all the stitches up all the way around for the whole lot. Those are the type of matinee coats I like. So that's where I'm going to look through some of my patterns for ones like that anyway. And I was at my bingo last night. Never won. I was hoping I could win so I could brag to my friend like I did last week. Well, I sent her a message on Facebook Messenger to tell her I had won. And she messaged back, "It's typical when I'm not there. I was hoping I could win this week as well, but it didn't happen." I was on the very last house. I think there was £130 going on that one. I got nearly all of the numbers except one pretty quick. I don't think there was even 40 numbers out, which is unusual. You know, we usually call house on around about 60 numbers. But I had all the numbers. I was waiting for this one number, and it went through the whole lot of the about another 20 numbers, and my number never came up. But the very last number, usually when they have a great big board on the stage and the numbers come up, but you haven't got to shout until the caller actually says the number. And my number actually came up, but before he could shout the number out, somebody shouted that nearly missed it from the number before that, so they got it. But if they had missed that number, I would have had that money, and I was so annoyed. That's the way things happen, isn't it? But anyway, like I'm saying, I never won anything, but I haven't been doing a lot of knitting the last couple of days. I've had some trouble with this wrist. It's been really aching and sort of painful, like as though I had sprained it, but I hadn't sprained it. I couldn't think what I had done, and I thought I must have just been doing too much knitting, you know. But I've never ever had trouble with my wrists or my fingers or anything when I'm knitting. I do have arthritis, and you can probably see the few little lumps and bumps on my fingers. I do have arthritis, but the actual continuous knitting keeps it at bay. It stops it from bothering me, stops my fingers from going stiff and that. But my wrist was bothering me, and anyway, I was thinking to myself, I didn't get out into my garden when we had the last lot of nice weather. I just couldn't be bothered. My wrist was bothering me then, and then it suddenly twigged on. The last time I was in the garden, I was digging that really tough patch, you know, where the soil was really solid, trying to get all those weeds out. And what I was doing, it was so hard, and then they weren't just, you know, small bits of soil that would come. I was digging up great big clumps, and I was just throwing it onto the other soil, and I was using the spade, and I was going like this, and I was banging it down hard on top of the soil to loosen it, to get all the weeds out from the roots of the weeds and all that out. And I suddenly realised that's probably what's done it. I've been banging my wrist on the spade, so it's a good job I had a night off from knitting last night, so I didn't take my knitting with me. I did the week before, but I had, you know what some of the fellas are like. What you doing? I'm doing a little bit of knitting, you know. I says during the break that, and I got some remark. He says, why didn't you just bring the kitchen sink in with you? He says you could wash your dishes, but during the break as well. I'm saying, hey, that's the cheek. So I didn't bother this week because I didn't get much done anyway, because, you know, there was too much talking going on. I think I got about half a dozen rows done of the knitting where I was doing. I thought, well, it's not worth bothering. I'm, you know, busy talking to people and all that. So I had a complete rest last night, and I didn't bother doing any when I came in. I got home about just after 10, and, you know, it was cold last night when I come back into my house, and I had to get I've got it down here actually ready for tonight, my heating pad, which I put on my knee, which I was using all through the winter to save on the you know, the heating and everything. I put it on for a while before I put my heating on. I didn't have my heating on all the time and that, but I'm looking at my phone today. 13 degrees. That's why I feel cold. Got 13 degrees. Rain all day as well. It's rained all day. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. 13 degrees tomorrow. Sunday, oh, it's getting up to 16 for about an hour, and then going back down to 13 on Sunday. But it's going to be a miserable day and some possible rain. Monday is rain again, but it is getting up to 18 degrees on Monday. But if you've got rain, what's the sense? You know, 18 degrees is no good when it's raining. And then Tuesday it's back down again to 15 degrees. So this heat wave that it's down south, I think, the south part of the country that's getting the warmer weather. We aren't getting it up here. Not where I live anyway. So it looks like I'll be using my heat pad from now on for putting on my my knee. But I had to put this on last night because I was cold, you know, I couldn't get sort of warm, and even when I went to bed I couldn't get warm in bed. I've just got a, it's not like a summer thin quilt, it's a little bit thicker, but I think I have a heavier one I use in the winter. I think I'm going to have to put that one on as well. But anyway, I made a little video and I put it on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, to show, just to remind everyone about all my knitting patterns. And because I think the last time I done a little video with my knitting patterns, I've had a couple more to add to it since then, and probably had new subscribers who might not know about them. So I thought I've done a little video on just knitting, and I'm going to put the same video here. I'm going to include it in this video, so I'm going to stop this video in a minute and put it on. It's about 5 or 6 minutes long, just showing you all the knitting patterns that I have and just explaining what they are. So I'm going to stop this video now and play that one. Hello everyone, this is just a little video I'm making for to show any of my new subscribers about what knitting patterns I have, which some may not know about. Most do, but just in case there's anyone out there who doesn't. These are my own patterns that I work out myself, and I've done 1 or 2 tutorials for them. The first one is, this is a 16 to 20 inch rosebud lace cardigan, and it's knit all in one. The back and the front are knitted in one, and then the sleeves separate, so you don't have to stitch the sides up on that one. And that's just a picture on the back of the and this one, turn it round. This is 16 to 24 inch open moss stitch button-up cardigans. All my patterns are in double knitting. This one is as well, and this one is, they're knitted 5 pieces. The back, the fronts and the sleeves are all done 5 pieces. And that's a very simple pattern with a just a knits and purls, that's all it is on that one. And this one is for 16 to 24 inch blackberry stitch jacket and hat. This is a very popular one. I call this blackberry. Some call it bubble, some call it bramble. You can call it whatever you like, but I call it blackberry. And you can see on the back, you can do it with 2 colours. And some have collar and some have round neck. The instructions are in the book for everything, in the pattern I should say. And then this one is a 16 to 24 inch mock rib cardigan. This is just a knit 3 and purl one like rib, and it's a V-neck, and you can do it for a girl or a boy. And it goes up to 24 inch. And that's the boys one on that side. And this is the rosebud lace cardigan again, but this is 22 to 28 stitch. And this one is done in 5 pieces, not the 4, not the all in one like the smaller one. And this is another back and fronts all in one. It's just a border, little border lace on the bottom. It's 16 to 20 inch, that one. And that's a close-up of one of the cardigans on there. And this one is baby blankets. This one is double knitting, but it's knitted with 2 strands together. And there are 3 baby blankets on there, one with a rosebud lace, one with a double moss stitch, and another one with a moss stitch. And this is a pattern. This was not my own pattern, but this was one that was in a magazine a lot of years ago, and I copied it from the magazine onto it and made a pattern out of it, a 32 to 40 inch, that one is. And this is a double moss stitch, this jacket and hat at 16 to 24 inch, that one. And there's a just an ordinary round neck on the pattern as well. And this is another one, 16 to 20 inch cable front. It's just got 2 cables on the front. This is knitted, the back and front's all in one again. It's for a little boy on there, but it can be done for a girl too. It depends which way you put the buttons. And this is my latest one. This is another one. It's not actually my own pattern. It's one I adapted from a pattern that someone sent to me because they couldn't understand the pattern. And I copied the pattern in my own words. I altered a lot of things on the pattern to make this one. So this was a all-in-one done from it started at the front, worked all the way up, the sleeves are added, and then the back, you work down the back, so the whole thing is done all in one. And that's 16 to 20 inch, that one. And that was my last one. That's just a picture of it on the what it looks like when it's flat out. So those are my knitting patterns, and I sell them on eBay for £2.50. I have been putting them on Etsy for £2.50, but when I sell them on eBay, I get, after eBay takes their bit out and everything, I get £1.88 off eBay. But when I sell them on Etsy, I only get, for £2.50, I only get £1.75. So I've had to add another 15p to the charge for the Etsy ones. So they're £2.65 on Etsy. So if you want them for £2.50, you'll have to go to eBay. Or message me privately, and I do send them out privately. But I do have 1 or 2 packs where you can get 3 cheaper, or 5 cheaper, or 7 cheaper. So you need to look on the on eBay or Etsy, and you'll see all the different bargain packs that are. So that's just a little bit to show what you can get from my patterns, and just keep on watching my channel, because I have got more in the offing, but I do have to knit them first to get the measurements and everything right on the cardigans. So that's all my knitting patterns for any new subscribers that I've got that don't know about them. And since I put them up on my other channel, there must have been quite a few who didn't know, because I've had a few orders come through on Etsy and eBay. So I've been writing them out and ready for I'll be walking up to the post box tonight, later on, and see how many orders I get before I go up to the post box. That's what I do. I wait until a certain time at night, and then I walk up to the local post box on my estate and post them ready to be picked up in the morning. So I hope I get a few more orders for my knitting patterns, and that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.